What is up, my friends? It's a brand new week, and you are very welcome along to Monday evening's news roundup. I'm going to be speaking about Gary Neville calling Liverpool soft. We're going to be talking about Xabi Alonso and asking, is he really closing in on a move to the Reds, and will we see Arna lose his job this week? We'll have a bit on Adam Wharton, Lewis Kumas, and some words from Endo around filling in for Joe Gomez. That and lots more to come up over the next few minutes, but as always, I want to know your thoughts, so do let me know in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will be back here tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda. The Carabao preview, that is going to be coming out at about 10:30 tonight as well. But until then, let's get cracking with the news. Now, I mentioned that Gary Neville said that Liverpool had been a little bit soft and a little bit whingy. I don't think he's wrong, but let me walk you through what he's got to say. He said they lost out on Marquet. They didn't do that piece of business that they should have done, so maybe that softness will continue. And he goes on to say, it's unlike them. I won't say they're a whingy bunch on the pitch, but they are a bit of an element of looking at them, and it feels like they've been hard done by a little bit. They've got to get rid of that attitude if that's what's developing inside. And this is exactly what I've said to you guys over and over again. There's always players looking around, running to the referee, looking to figure out how this could have possibly happened to them. It's happening because of that softness Neville's talking about. It's happening because of that lackadaisical, non-aggressive defending. And we are a little bit too soft in the centre of the park and elsewhere. And I've said, in my opinion, that starts from the coach, starts from the captain, with their relaxed attitudes. That's not going to put the fire in the belly of those players. And I know I'm oversimplifying this, I'm aware of it. But it isn't rocket science, and it doesn't have to be rocket science. So do let me know what you think about what Gary Neville said there. Do you think the Reds are a little bit soft? Dave O.C. Copp has been speaking about Adam Wharton, and I'll give you a little bit on that later on. I know Connor covered it this morning, but I'll cover the other side of it, where those covering our club are saying, no dice, no joy, no interest for now. More on that in a minute. So, Ian Doyle said Championship side Hull City have emerged as strong contenders to sign Lewis Kumas for the rest of the season should his loan spell at Birmingham be ended early. So again, that will be another player that comes in, goes straight back out again. Now, Endo, I told you, spoke a bit about coming in to replace Joe Gomez, and he said, I think it was a really difficult moment for me because Joe got injured and they scored the second one. We had to go more offensive. I think in a few moments I did good until we scored two. My performance, the team performance, was okay. I wanted to win the game. But unfortunately, as we know, we did concede that last minute goal, or that injury time goal that cost us yet again. We're going to move on now in a minute to speak about some quotes around the move for Xabi Alonso, or the potential move for Xabi Alonso. But ultimately, all of us woke up this morning and let's be honest, you looked at your phones to see if there was news of a manager being removed. So far, no news of that. But he can't stay in this job much longer. Simply, fans aren't going to put up with it at this point. It is getting beyond comprehension that he's still in the job to many of us. So Sky Sports News have said this in a quote about the situation with Alonso. They say, this club have very high standards, and indeed the Liverpool hierarchy may very well be considering their options. Xabi Alonso's name is constantly mentioned in these parts, and sources close to him indicate he would be more than happy to return to the club. So what more do we need, ladies and gentlemen? If it isn't Xabi Alonso that they want for the long term, fair enough, go after another target. But again, every day, every week that goes by with Arne Slot, the damage is getting worse. We're falling further down the league table, and it's getting more and more difficult to envision next season in the Champions League. And remember what we said, Mo Chatra's piece last night. If Liverpool go into the Europa League, it'll cost the club at least 50 million. If we miss European football altogether, it'll cost the club at least 100 million. So again, FSG, don't wait for the damage to be done and for it to be irretrievable. Do it now while there's still time to save the season. Roma want to sign Atletico Madrid left-back Matteo Ruggeri. Atleti will only let the 23-year-old leave if they can find a replacement. This could have a knock-on effect for the likes of Andy Robertson, they say, because Roma signing Ruggeri would allow Costas to return to Liverpool, thus meaning Robertson could join Spurs. And this again just makes that situation a mockery. Last night we'd heard news that Liverpool had rethought about it and decided, no, we're not going to let Andy Robertson go. Then it came out that, well, that's because of Costas. This is the laughingstock our club is becoming. They still think getting rid of Andy Robertson mid-season might be okay, might not weaken the team. I don't understand it. It is an idiotic decision to say the least, and I don't know anyone that thinks it's the correct way forward. Harvey Elliott said he will not be joining Charlotte FC in the MLS, according to one guy who got him to sign something, and there's a little video clip of him saying no when asked would he be going there. Now, Indy Kayla has said, exclusive, and you can take this with as big a pinch of salt as you need, Xabi Alonso reps meeting, request for elite targets, senior player concerns, slot decision imminent, Gerrard ready to step in the short term. Liverpool met Xabi Alonso's representatives on Friday in a secret location in Spain, they write. They discussed finer details of Alonso's tactics and summer transfer targets, with requests for Mickey van de Ven, Adam Wharton, Bradley Barcola and Michael Elise. I find this very hard to believe, but we'll go on. Liverpool football operations team has decided Arne Slot will not be the manager next season, with certain senior players expressing concerns to senior officials. Steven Gerrard is ready to take the job on a short-term contract if asked, and meetings have already taken place. Now, I can believe all the latter part, but the talk of transfer targets already for the summer, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have had that conversation with regard to the likes of Xabi Alonso, but let's wait and see. This here from the Mail. Mark Gay was lying in an MRI machine with his Liverpool medical almost complete when he was told the summer deadline day move to Liverpool was abandoned. That's how close Liverpool were to signing Mark Gay in the summer, before they decided in January that they didn't need him and to let him go to Manchester City for £20 million. Now, Paul Gorst has kind of counter-claimed somewhat from Dave O.C. Kopp, who said that Liverpool are looking to make a move for Adam Wharton. Again, who you believe, I'll leave up to you. For me, I really haven't got a clue on this one, but this is what's been said. Claims of an agreement with Adam Wharton have been dismissed by Liverpool. A report on social media that suggested Adam Wharton had agreed a 5-year contract with the Reds has been shot down, with it understood that Wharton is not currently an active target. See, this is one of those lines that is trotted out over and over again to pacify the appetite for the signing now, but not to rule that out for the future. So it is understood that Wharton is not currently an active target. That is the most up-in-the-air phrase that you're going to see. But then again, that's what we expect from the Echo boys these days, covering every angle. So if it does happen, they can't go back and say, well, we never said it wasn't going to happen. But this is, again, the type of language that you often see from people who are in the inner circle and get a little nod and a wink. But again, how much truth there is to it, you'll have to decide. Always think critically. I've been saying this for a long time. Don't believe everything that's put out by football clubs or those closest to them. For me, I tend to look to the journalists that don't cover Liverpool specifically for the type of news that I want to bring to you guys, because I don't think that they've been sullied, shall we say, or they've been given the same briefings. I think there's a lot of respect in the industry, or certainly in my industry, for people, those journalists who do cover football in general, but don't have to have their toes dipped in the Liverpool PR machine pool. So that's it from me for now, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, we've gone through a lot there. Do you think Alonso has had secret meetings? Not sure. But what I do know is that every fan wants Arne moved on, because time is up. The results are going backwards again. We're 6th place in the league. 10 points off 3rd place. Off 3rd. So look, we've been through it all together, folks. We've had the last couple of nights. We've had long streams. I've really appreciated spending that time with you guys, trying to figure all this out. But ultimately, we know what we need. We need a DM. We need a centre-back. We need another wide forward. But it doesn't look like any business will be done in this window. We will keep an eye on the Andy Robertson situation for you, because this idea that they can say 1 minute it's not happening and then keep sneakily working behind the scenes. Last night, we'd seen 2 different accounts. We have a quote directly from the Roma official saying, we are in talks with Liverpool. And then we've got another report saying, nope, Liverpool, rule that one out because it's not possible. Again, we're being taken for idiots. I'm fed up of it. You may be as well. We'll see you tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda. I'm off now to record the preview for the Karabakh game. Just a reminder for that one, folks. It is an 8 p.m. kickoff on Wednesday. We'll be live from 6:45, taking you right throughout the game, match reaction, player ratings video, and everything else you would expect on a match day. If you want all of this news quickly and directly to your phone, please do make sure to sign up to the Anfield Agenda WhatsApp. It's where we'll be doing our giveaways with our friends at the Collector's Corner every month. It's where we put in our transfer news, polls, and of course the player ratings link for you to submit your player ratings after each and every Liverpool game. We've grown to over 17,000 in the community already. You'll also find the link in the description of this video. And to those that have signed up, thank you so much. But most importantly, to all of you again, thank you for your continued support. I will be back here tonight at 8:45. We'll try to figure out what the hell is going on together. But ultimately, Arna's reign has to come to an end. It cannot continue. The season is still somewhat salvageable. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.